Hello and welcome to another episode of the Farr Show, where I'm Damian Farr, and tonight we're talking about The Flash, which isn't a movie that I feel comfortable talking about because of the Ezra Miller's past and everything going on. Let's just say I don't condone anything Ezra Miller, has been doing or has done. That being said, though, I want to talk about The Flash, because I just saw The Flash, where I'd give this movie probably an F. It's not great. It's a bad version of Spider-Verse. Let's start there. We'll go to the basic info, though, here, and then we'll get back to that. Where it's directed by Andy Masciuti, I think it's pronounced. Screenplay by Christina Hudson. Story by John Francis Daly, Jonathan Goldstein, and Job Harold. I don't know any of those people, so that's already a good sign. Then we got the cast here. We got Ezra Miller as Barry Allen the Flash. He plays two versions of Barry Allen the Flash here. Sasha Calle as Kara Zor-El, Supergirl. Michael Shannon as General Zod. Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne Batman, and Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne Batman. I'd like to point out there are other cast members, so spoiler alert here, we're going to do a quick spoiler cast part, where in the end, after everything happens, George Clooney Batman appears. Well, we'll talk about that more. So, really, I read online that Michael Shannon asked if it's okay with Zack Snyder if he's in this movie, which I think is respectful. I like that. He asked for his blessing, and Zack Snyder gave him the blessing to be in this movie, which is kind of cool to think that he respects the director that much. I would like to think that that would happen to me, maybe. Who knows, though? He did say that it didn't give him any... I don't remember the exact terminology he used. He used something along the lines of, it didn't give him any... I don't know what he said. Let's see. We have the technology now. So, Michael Shannon, the Flash here, wasn't satisfying. There we go. That's the word that I was looking for. It wasn't satisfying, which I don't blame him. He didn't really do anything. Just pretty much redid the Man of Steel. Didn't even really need him. They could have used somebody else that was a different looking Zod or something like that. That would have maybe made more sense to me, but whatever. So let's start talking about the plot here, where it's a bad version of Spider-Verse, like I said previously. Pretty much Flash wants to get his parent, or he's pretty much the janitor of the Justice League is what he calls himself. So, pretty much what happens is you see that Superman's doing something, Wonder Woman's busy, Batman is in the middle of pursuit, and he needs somebody to help, make sure this hospital doesn't fall apart. Well, after all this, Batman catches the bad guy, everything like that. Well, at one point, he thinks he should go back in time and save his mother, which he does, and then he makes a timeline split. Well, in this movie, they make it a little bit different, where, there's normally a point where it breaks off, but he said it's like spaghetti. I'm like, what do you mean, Michael Keaton Batman, it's like spaghetti? He's like, look at a bowl of spaghetti. There's points that match up, but it may never be the same. And I'm like, so what you're telling me is this is kind of like Spider-Verse, but not really Spider-Verse, and not as cohesive? Cool. I like that. Whatever. So, at one point, he tries to tell younger him, and technically, and, being like, hey, we gotta get back, we can't do this. And then eventually has to tell younger him that the world's doomed to fail. And, well, younger him doesn't take it well. And, well, let's just say he becomes the bad guy in the end, and universes are colliding. They have all these really just stupid cameos. Like, Spider-Verse made sense why these are happening. They have one area that, oh, this is where all the Spider-Men are, and then other than that, you don't see any of the Spider-Men, really. You know what I mean? Like, they're just there for that little bit, and that's it. That makes sense. They're not main characters. But they had big moments where Christopher Reeve's Superman and the Supergirl from the same universe are seeing their universe collide into this one. Adam West Batman, which personally, I think it's weird that they showed Adam West Batman and Christopher Reeves. I understand they probably paid their family, but still weird. Nick Cage Superman, which never even happened, but they put him in here for some reason. You know, they just showed multiple versions, and it's like, why did you have to do that? You didn't have to. But sure, whatever. In the end, he goes back to his original universe, but he changes one little thing. He makes it so his dad can get out. And when he gets out of the courtroom and his dad is free, he ends up meeting Bruce Wayne, Batman, and it happens to be George Clooney Batman, which I thought was funny, but at the same time, still kind of like, you didn't really need to do that. So, what do you think of The Flash really is more my question, because as you can tell, I'm not really big on it. What did you think of The Flash? Did you actually see it, or did you avoid this movie? I don't blame you if avoiding it is what you did. Tell me in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and have a far off night.